So we've talked about modern farmhouse design on the show before, but we have not heard Brian Gluckstein's interpretation of modern farmhouse design until today, that is. Brian, it's so good to see you. Look at you taking over the studio. How you doing?
It's great to see you. I thought I'm coming back to the studio. Finally, I'll get to see you, and we're not together, but we're going to make the most of it. One day soon, we're going to be in the same studio.
We are going to work it out. And I know you have a lot to say about modern farmhouse.
Modern farmhouse is sort of a different thing than just the furniture. It's really about a lifestyle. And, you know, whether it's the lavender fields in the south of France, the olive groves in Greece overlooking the sea, the vineyards in Tuscany and in California, it's really about a lifestyle. It's about a very relaxed lifestyle. Think about those long tables out on the terraces with 20 or 30 people, family and friends, with big bowls of food, passing it around underneath the trees with the breeze blowing. It's really about that. It's really about a relaxed feeling. So it's more than just about furniture and architecture. It's about a whole lifestyle and a point of view, and about that relaxed life.
Now, you break down farmhouse into two styles, Tuscan and East Coast farmhouse. Why don't you give us a sense of what both of those mean?
Well, both of those are sort of romantic, but think about the East Coast as being the East Coast of Canada, you know, overlooking the sea, or when I think of Nantucket and that type of architecture. And then we look at the Tuscan, which is Italy, and you see those rusticated walls, or California, the wine country of California. Quite a different look architecturally, but the same feeling of just relaxed lifestyle.
Okay, well, I will take both, please. I need that in my life. Now, how do you define modern farmhouse, Brian?
Well, modern farmhouse is taking a lot of these elements, but subtly. So we're not trying to recreate one of these homes. We're trying to take elements of them, whether it's in the furniture or the architecture. It's a streamlined version of this. It's really an interpretation of this.
Now, do you think you can use the modern farmhouse look in any home? Like, can any of us make that work?
You know, I actually think that homes or condos or apartments that have very little architecture are the easiest to do. So it's very hard to do this if it's a very formal, traditional house. You really need a cleaner palette because you're sort of adding very subtle layers to create that. So you want a very subtle palette, but I think almost any space can have this look without a doubt.
Okay, so let's say you're in a home, like I'm in a Victorian home, and, you know, it's got closed rooms, it's not very open plan. If you don't have the architecture that reads farmhouse, how can you get the look with furniture pieces?
You want to add elements like this. So this piece has that black steel. So what we see a lot in farmhouse is the windows are painted black, or they're steel black, or you have iron gates. So this piece, all this furniture is Gluckstein Home from Hudson's Bay. This is a great example because it has the wire brushed wood on the side, which is what we're looking at when it comes to the flooring. We want to have those natural floors in the space. The iron gives you the feeling of those iron and dust, those old metal windows, or the gates into courtyards. So an element like this is very striking because you want to have that really wow factor. Also, when it comes to the upholstery, it's all about relaxed. Remember, it's all about just hanging out, eating, entertaining, reading, sitting by the fire. So upholstered furniture is essential. This gives you that relaxed feeling. And whether it's a swivel chair like this or a sofa, the throws, the baskets full of throws, the relaxed pillows that are more knits. It's not about pattern. It's really about texture. So the knits really play into that. Also, when it comes to accessories like lighting, vases, tables, look at this lamp. It has this old clay whitewash feeling. Again, this could be filled with olive oil without the lampshade. So it's really about elements that you would find in that environment. Now, when it comes to the metals, we're not looking at anything shiny. So no brass or nickel or pewter. It's about bronze and black and hammered and stone finishes. And then when it comes to carpets, we're looking at texture, whether they're knitted or woven, or antique carpets, but antique carpets in very subtle faded tones. And if they're worn, even better.
We've done a couple of summers in Cape Cod, and I get that vibe, and I love that vibe. That sort of relaxed, you know, there's beach out there. You might bring some sand in. You might have some slip covers. I love it. Tell me why you think this is such a trend right now. I know why it's trending for me. Like, I just want to be in that vibe all the time. But why do you think it's a trend right now?
Well, I think we're looking at softening the spaces. You know, we've looked at very contemporary spaces up until now, and we're looking at that softness of a space, that relaxed feeling. So here, believe it or not, this is a wallpaper behind us to look like shiplap made about murals. So it's about that softness of the space. It's taking the hard edge off of modern spaces. It's really about a relaxed lifestyle. And we've had a relaxed lifestyle for the last 2 years. You know, people are at home, they're dressed more casually, and they like it. So it's about entertaining, and we're getting back to entertaining, being with the family, having those big meals with everybody together. And it's just sort of, we need that slow, relaxed, comfortable home to come back to.
Oh, yeah. We need the decor to match our leisure suits, because that's all we're wearing now, elastic pants. Brian, thank you so much. I love your take on modern farmhouse design. And for everyone at home who does too, guess what? You can shop the show. Yep, we're making it super easy for you. Scan the QR code on your screen right now to shop everything Brian just showed us. Or if you prefer, you can head over to cityline.tv and click on Shop the Show, where you can do the exact same thing.